I still hear the fork hit the plate. Metal on porcelain, one sharp note, like the bell before an emergency descent. My father looked straight through me and said, "Calm as reading tomorrow's weather. We took your life savings and spent it on better kids. Better than the ones I don't even have yet. Better than the sister I was raising with every overnight flight." I felt the cabin drop 30,000 feet in a single heartbeat. And I haven't pulled out of that dive since. My name is Elias Kane. 36. Left seat of a 737. I live at 37,000 feet because down here everything tilts. People think pilots are control freaks. They're wrong. We just know exactly how fast things can go to hell when someone stops paying attention. I keep a separate account nobody touches. I named it Escape Velocity. Every delay, every red eye, every cancelled Christmas, another brick in the wall I built so my little sister Nora would never have to beg. So that one day, when I finally land for good, my own kids will never hear the sentence I grew up on. We can't afford it right now. Mom always laughed when I talked about that account. Family money is fluid, Elias. It flows where it's needed. Translation, my money flows. There stays damned. 2 months ago I was in a crash pad bunk in Phoenix when Nora texted a single line. "They paid my flight school deposit, said you gave permission." I stared at those words until the screen went black. I had never given permission. I was 35,000 feet over Nevada when they apparently decided for me. I called the bank from the crew room. The balance looked like someone had taken an ice cream scoop to it. 38,000 gone in 4 days. Memos read like a ransom note. Twin Academy, fall semester. Amber Rose Consulting, Educational Services. Dad, Emergency Church Roof Fund. And the worst one, buried at the bottom like a joke. Tyler, Business Pivot Seed Capital. I sat on a plastic chair that smelled like burnt coffee and felt the blood leave my hands. They didn't borrow. They hijacked. And the worst part? They used the old power of attorney I signed when I was 23 and deploying to Kandahar. A document I revoked the day I came home. Apparently the bank never got the memo. Or Mom kept a copy. Same difference. I started landing and immediately opening the app, terrified of what new hole I'd find. Every city, every layover, another withdrawal. I began sleeping with my phone on my chest like a defibrillator. Nora stopped answering my calls, she thought I was mad at her. Grandma finally picked up and whispered, "Thanksgiving. Come home. Bring proof." I've got the shotgun loaded with truth. So I printed everything. 16 pages of Betrayal in 12-point font. I flew the last red-eye with the folder in my captain's bag like classified cargo. I rehearsed calm the entire way. Short sentences. Data. Dates. No yelling. Yelling is for people who still believe volume fixes theft. Thanksgiving smelled like sage and impending doom. I walked in with a store-bought pecan pie because I no longer trust myself to bake feelings into crust. The twins were screaming. Tyler was sprawled on my dead grandfather's recliner like he'd inherited the throne. Amber filmed everything for content. Mom kissed my cheek too hard, lipstick like war paint. Dad carved the turkey the way he used to carve my self-worth, slow, deliberate, enjoying the resistance. We said grace. Dad thanked God for generous hearts. I almost choked on the irony. Then he set the knife down, looked me dead in the eye, and dropped the altimeter through the floor. We spent your savings on some better kids. Better. The word ricocheted inside my skull like loose shrapnel. Mom smiled the way people do when they've rehearsed cruelty in the mirror. You should be proud, Elias. Real family sacrifices. Grandma stood up so fast her chair screamed across the hardwood. She's 81, 5'0", and the only person I've ever saluted without orders. Name them, she said, voice low, lethal. Name these better children right now. Silence thicker than gravy. Dad tried the reasonable smile. Mother, I just meant. Names, Daniel. He swallowed. Looked at the twins. Looked at Tyler. Looked everywhere except at me. Tyler and Amber's boys, he said. And, whatever kids they have next. The young ones. The ones who are actually here. Actually here. As if the children I've been killing myself to protect don't count until they breathe inside his zip code. I felt something inside me detach, like a gear stripping clean. I reached into my bag, pulled out the folder, and let it fall open like a crime scene photo. 16 pages fluttered across the tablecloth like white surrender flags nobody asked for. These are the transfers, I said, voice flat as a cockpit recorder. These are the dates you robbed me while I was keeping 200 strangers alive above weather. Amber actually gasped at the word robbed. Tyler found his phone suddenly fascinating. Mom tried, you're being dramatic. No, I cut in. Dramatic is stealing $38,000 and calling it family flexibility. Grandma placed her hand on my shoulder like she was steadying the yoke. I kept going. Power of attorney was revoked 6 years ago. Copies are in there. Bank confirmations too. One more unauthorized penny and this stops being Thanksgiving and starts being evidence. Dad's face went the color of rare steak. You'd call the police on your own father? In a heartbeat, I said. Because apparently I'm the only one here who understands altitude is a privilege you maintain or you die. I still don't know if they'll pay me back. I moved the rest of escape velocity to an account in another state, another bank, another planet. Nora's tuition is safe. Grandma texts me every night, proud of you, Captain. But every time I close my eyes I'm back at the table hearing the word better. I keep asking myself the question I can't answer yet. When the people who are supposed to love you unconditionally decide your dreams are spare change, do you forgive them to keep the family? Or do you protect the family you're still trying to build, even if it means flying away forever? Tell me in the comments. If they were your blood, could you ever land at their table again? I honestly don't know if I can. This is Elias Kane, somewhere over the middle of nowhere, trying to find a way to come home that doesn't destroy me. If you've ever had to draw a line in blood, you're not alone. I'll see you in the comments. And if you're in the air tonight, safe skies. We all need them.